Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, we're playing a Boros aggro deck that has a pretty interesting, I don't want to call it combo, but combo, a little synergy between the cards, more than you would expect. If that sounds interesting to you, stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I'm your host, your spiritual voodoo daddy, Dr. You Can't Suck It. Yes, thank you. Filmed before a live studio audience. Thank you so much. You can't suck it. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck I found over on magic.gg, which was unlabeled, so I ended up calling it Premium Mythic Boros. Why? Because it's featuring cards of the red and white variety, and it came off of the Platinum Mythic list. Platinum Mythic, not Premium Mythic, Platinum Mythic, that's what it's called. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go through these cards really quick. We're going to talk a little bit what this deck should do. We'll go out and we'll crush some hopes and dreams. All right, so what do we got? We got pump up a dude and potentially make it unblockable, or put out a 2/1 mouse. A 2/1 mouse, that's crazy. It's not a big mouse, it's just a regular mouse, yet somehow it can do 2 points of damage. This guy gets bigger every time you cast a card. He's got prowess. Otherwise, he's just a hasty 1/2. This one is a cheap 2 points of damage to target creature or planeswalker. If you bargained it, then he'll do 3. And if the creature or whatever it would die, you exile it instead. This guy does 3 points of damage to any target and then can come out as a 3/1, which gives instants and sorceries you control lifelink. This pins down an opponent's card. If you can crack that egg open, then at the beginning of your end step, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature that attacked this turn. Sacrifice it to give hexproof and indestructible to each of your creatures. Soul Partition is a tax spell. Lightning Strike does 3 points of damage. This one, okay, these are the cards that are important, right? Let's get to it. This is the combo. It's Pia Nalaar, Consul of Revival, and she's a 2/3. All Thopters you control have the haste. We have no other Thopters. So where do the Thopters come from? Whenever you play a land from exile or cast a spell from exile, you create a 1/1 colorless Thopter creature with flying. So therefore, as long as she's in play, then you got flying, hasty 1/1s, okay? Where is the exile going to come from? Well, if you play this, then the deal is that the cheeky mouse will be in exile. So if you play the cheeky house mouse, then that's being played from exile. So your venture cards, if you play them from exile, you get a Thopter while Pia is out. Still, that doesn't seem like enough. What else? Well, Reckless Impulse. Exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may, until the end of your turn, if your next turn, you may play those cards. As you see, we got 7 of those cards in here because Wrenn's Resolve is exactly the same as Reckless Impulse. This is the combo. It's like you just want to get her out and then just keep stuff in your exile and then play them from there. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to try to get up enough mana that you can play this card and then play stuff from exile. Hopefully you have 2 to play something out, get some stuff out there. You play 2 or 3 cards. That throws out a bunch of Thopters. You'll be rocking in 2 or 3 Thopters one turn, 2 more Thopters next turn. You're talking 5 hasty flying guys, which is a good deal. 2 turns of that and they're dead. It's going to take you a couple turns to get there. So anyways, that's your combo. Get out Pia, then start popping these guys out to start playing things from exile. So that way she can start putting out Thopters, which start pounding people in. Then you start using the +1 abilities of the Light Shield Array or the Virtue of Loyalty to get these guys stronger and stronger and stronger. What else makes them stronger? The Wedding Festivity, if you can get to that. All of that is slow. All of that is really slow. So for being an aggro deck, how are we supposed to make use of slowness? I don't know. Man. All right, other than that, that's what we got. We got puts out dudes, pumps them up. More puts out dudes and pumps them up. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to try to get lots of Thopters out, pump them up, and go in for the kill. All right, before we do, let's say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Dear Black King Toxtrel, who dwells within the dark chamber of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentation of the women. All right, we're playing against JenncinoMan. JenncinoMan. All right. There's a guy. Just kill it before it causes any problems. I know that for those decks, that's what that deck is all about, is that guy. And there's another one just like it. He's just trying to get that damage out of him. All right. We got a bunch of reckless impulses. We're good till the end of next turn. We'll play that now. You guys are shooting me in the face, huh? All right, there's a third. Let's do it again. Get our combos going here. Yeah, let's mouse up. Let's get these guys going. He's got nothing in his hand. Let's just play this up. Set ourselves up for the next turn. All in. All right, got him down to 12. Lots of Thopters. He's got his little machine working. I mean, he was hoping to have at least 2 or 3 other dudes out, but luckily we killed them. We're taking it hard, man. This is not good. He's got a lot of mana left. He still has 3 mana. He's starting to worry about defense. Let's do this. Pump, pump, pump. All right, all in the face. Is this enough to do 12 points of damage? Yes! Oh, sweet googly moogly. I wasn't sure if that was going to happen. Victory! All right, playing against Lord Nelson. 23. The same card. Did you really only have one land? All right, I was gonna say, it just seems like a really poor way to get things out. All right, that's gonna cost him 4. Let's put out the Swiftspear. We'll crack that open. See if he'll jump in front. All right, we got 1 point left in it. All right, so we're still at a mirror. Let's go ahead and pop this guy. Target non-land permanent, huh? Let's pop that then. We'll go ahead and tax them a little bit. You gonna bounce a soldier back? Let's see what we can pull from this one here. All right, so you can trade off the knight? No. All right, that's his bomb, but he doesn't have enough soldiers to do anything with. That guy is not a soldier. So let's thin him out a little bit. All right, we're slamming in for 12. He's just going to chump it. They're even stronger. Or just lose. Okay, you're just going to be able to draw a card now. You're not going to have any defenders. That was a bad decision on your part. And we win! And we win! Victory! Alright, playing against Owen. 2 mana. Get us a Knigget. Nope. There's somebody. No blocks. He's going for it again. That's 9. That's a lot. Now I'm down to 9. Turn 3. It's got a singleton. Let's burn that guy's face off. And go in for 4. Alright, he's out. He can only do 2 points of damage. That's it. I'm not a big fan of waiting. Let's just go for it. There's a guy. Hopefully get some direct damage out of this. No, nothing. All we could do is kind of wait on this and see what happens. All right, let's go in for the attack. All right, and we'll draw another card. Ooh. All right, he thinks he's got lethal. Still doesn't. Oh, except for Trample got me. Trample leads to a defeat. All right, I'm playing against Chris. So the combo here is Wrenn's Resolve with Nalaar. All right, we got our first blood. All right, 2. I'll send this in for a single. We'll just see if we can Virtue of Loyalty ourselves to a surprise. All right, down to 11. Let's see. Let's go ahead and go for this. Let's put out a little wedding announcement. And send it in. We'll leave the knight back with the servant. Attacked his defense. On the base. Chumps do what chumps do. Alright, all in for 2. And another chump. Okay, this is where the Wandering Emperor dies. Guy's only got 2 mana. We got butt on you? You do. Good for you. Get some defense going. No attacks. There we go. That's a little something something. Yeah, Red, you don't have the ability to take out enchantments, so you're kind of screwed that way. I'm kind of in a defensive situation, unfortunately. But my Wrenn's Resolve should help out a little bit. There you go. Alright, we can play this, which is going to get us the Thopter, which is essentially a chump. There we go. Ooh, I should have attacked with a lot more. That's 4 to me. Let's clear the board. Hopefully that is 14. And it's more than enough. And we win! In your face, Mono Red. In your face. I'm playing against Demon Beaver, number 4. Alright, got to knig it out. And let's go for number 3 here. Let's pass this one up just to get the pump going. Down to 13. Next turn, we're going to be impulsing recklessly. Got to get up to 5 because we start throwing out the Virtue of Loyalty. Alright, he wants to kill it. Alright, well, so it's not going to matter so much. Let's go after his hand. Let's see what he's got going on up there. What's that gonna do for us? Yeah, let's pop him. That's fine. All right, we'll have 5 next turn. Do I really care about these guys, or do I want to start just pumping up the guys that we have? We know that he's got just the ability to get more lands. Let's just pump dudes up. We can sacrifice the light shield to keep our guys alive, if that comes to that. He needs 5 mana. He'll have it. But it says exile. That's not going to help us out. That just says hexproof and indestructible. So exile's going to run right past it. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and blow the taco stand here in a second. I should just keep that going. He didn't do it. All right, so he's got to, block one of them. He's down to 3. Exile is going to come soon. This has got to be his exile turn. Does that cost 7? 1, 2, 3. He's got enough. He's got to blow it. Yeah, he's got to do it. All right, so we're going to have to play the Night Out on his turn and hope for the best. I mean, we just need 1 lightning strike is all we need. All right, I was just trying to decide which is better, to have that guy or to lose it. I decided it was better to gain it. He's got a lot of beef out, though. We just need 1 lightning strike. Oh, I didn't play it. Well, we got exactly what we needed. Oh, that was just slop on my part. All right, victory. No, I did not have fun. Now we're playing against jekakao. Jekakao. Run on in there, Swiftspear. You are so swift. And 2 of the slowest lands I've ever seen. Trade off. Alright, so we're playing just to get what? Mono white soldier? Mono white human? I just gotta kill that guy. Death! All in. Alright, Swiftspear, you did what you could do. Alright, no tax. Not gonna do any good against that big old poor butt. You think I'm not going to kill a recruitment officer? Let's see what he's willing to do. You gonna block with Adeline? All right, Adeline's down to being just 1. You gonna block me? Two. I see myself having 2 other dudes in the future. They're going to be 2/2s. Come on, you can do it, Duffy Moon. Alright, he's got a handful. He's got 3 cards and a bunch of mana. Ooh, you win for that. Oh, he's got another one. Alright. That explains a lot. You're willing to sacrifice Adeline for that, huh? Alright, he's down to 4. All we got to do is slip a single guy through. You gonna sacrifice her? Alright, I got it. I got it. Here we go. All in, all in, all in. All in. I just got to get 1 point off you here. Yep, you just moved around that chair on the sinking ship. And we win! In your face, jekakao! Victory! Alright, so here we are with the Premium Mythic Boros deck, Thopters of Doom. Yeah. I mean, okay, this is what I gotta say about this deck. Is maybe I just didn't know how to play it for a long time, right? I'm gonna put my last game first, just so you can see what this deck's supposed to do. In case, you know, you only watch like the first game and call it good. But yeah, it's all about getting out Pia, Nalaar, and then just playing like Wrenn's Resolve and Reckless Impulse to try to put as much stuff in exile so you can play it from there, and everything should be cheap. At which point then it just causes tons of hasty Thopters to come into play. That's the combo, right? That is the combo. Somehow I didn't figure it out. It wasn't working for me earlier on. It didn't hit me. Maybe I wasn't looking for it or something. In the last game, yeah, I figured it out. And it totally went to town. It was fantastic. It did good. It took me a while though, but I mean it's cheap. There's no reason. You could have that stuff going on way early. And if you keep pulling Wrenn's Resolve and Reckless Impulses from Wrenn's Resolve and Reckless Impulses and playing from exile, it's even better. And you just get out a ton of guys. So, yeah, that's it, man. That's it. All right, so let's see. What's the MVP of this deck? It is going to be Pia Nalaar. You are the MVP. I just couldn't figure that out for the longest time. It just didn't seem like this deck really wanted to participate that way. But, you know I worked it. I made it happen a couple of times, but not in the string of Thopters that I ended up getting in the last game, right? Which will be the first game for you. All right, so Pia, you are our MVP. Let's go on next. Is this deck competitive? Okay, I picked this one off the Platinum Mythic list, therefore it is competitive. I could barely get 50% out of it. I got a 50% after 12 games. I think it might have just been me not understanding how to play this thing right. It could just be, I mean, really, you got to focus on Pia. The rest of your deck does what the rest of the deck does, but it's all about getting to Pia and then just recklessing impulses while she's out and then playing those things out of exile. Yeah, man, that's what it is totally all about. And at which point you are going to be rocking it. So at 50%, I don't feel like this was much of a competitive deck. But it could just be that I didn't understand how to play the combo, and therefore it deserves better shake than it got. I think it's still not that great. I'm going to say that, yeah, it's competitive, but premium mythic level competitive. What I mean by that is that they never seem as good as they should be. I'm expecting great decks at premium myth level. We're going to have like a 70% win rate or something. But they always end up, when I play them just in regular cash here, it's always like between like 55 and 62 or something like that. This deck, I got 50%. 50%. It was rough. But I'm going to say, yeah. I'm going to say this is probably, it doesn't hold up against real competitive decks. It's not competitive. I am sorry, it's not. You playing against mono red, mono blue, mono black. It's just, any sort of control. Anything in the top tier, this deck is just going to fold. That's all there is to it. All right, let's see. Number 2, was this deck fun? It has a lot of fun to it. It's very aggro. I appreciate that. It just felt like I was stealing away from mono red aggro just so I could put other weirdness in play, and it just didn't have any benefit. Now, on the other hand, I didn't understand how to play Pia well enough, I think. And being able to put out Pia and just playing things out of exile and all the Thopters that she puts out, yeah, there's something to it there. And I did not get that till the end. So if you play this deck and you play it with Pia focus, you'll probably get a much better playtime out of it than I did. This deck was still pretty decent. I mean, the reason why is that it's just an aggro deck is what it felt like. And it did all right half the time. And I never understood what the big deal was with Pia. Sure, I got a couple of Thopters out, but they were just hasty 1/1s. Big effing deal. And sure, you can use Virtue of Loyalty and Invasion of Gobakhan to pump them up. Yeah, they got a little pumped. It was slow, though. But man, no, getting out tons of them and just playing out of your exile, yeesh, that was nasty. So, yeah, this deck probably is a lot more fun than I had playing it. I'll have to go back and play it again. Was this deck interesting? Yeah, the reason why is because I had not seen these cards being played before. I haven't played with Pia before that I know about. I really haven't seen anybody playing Pia. It's not been that big of a deal. What else have I not seen here? Cheeky House Mouse? Like, who cares, right? I'm still not even sure what Cheeky House Mouse is even in here. I guess because when you play Adventures, that's playing it from exile. Torch the Tower, that's another one. Is it worth it? I don't know. I still don't know at this point. Exile instead? Maybe, you know? So, it just felt like a weird jumble of cards. I assumed that by playing it, I would understand how they worked and what the synergy was behind it. I'm still not 100% at this point. It was very much like I'm going to get out a bunch of little token guys and pump them up with the Virtue of Loyalty and the Invasion of Gobakhan. It's so slow. The real lightning bolt here is Pia Nalaar. That is totally where it's at. So was it interesting? It ended up being a lot more interesting than I expected. The big problem is I played this deck 12 times, and yet I don't think I actually made this deck work until the 12th time. Number 12, that is where I kind of made it work for the first time. So you've seen it. You've seen it work now, how it should work. Hopefully this deck will do much better once you actually know what it's supposed to do. All right, let's count that up. Was it competitive? Yes. Was it fun? Based upon the last game, yes. Was it interesting? Based upon the last game, yes. But man, I cannot give this an A+ deck. It just felt so hard to play. It was like walking in mud for a lot of it, right? I just, at this point, I'm just going to give this deck an A-. But I think with further play, it could end up being an A+. I don't know. I'm just going to give it an A- for now. I'm sorry. I just don't want to play it another 10 more times just to figure out that, yeah, it really is an A- deck. But it feels like an A- right now, so A- is what it's going to get. If you decide to play with this deck, I hope that it is more fun for you than I end up having it. Have a good time, everyone. All right, that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. See you next time, Space Cowboys. Later.